So some of my favorite YouTubers have been saying, we're done with the garden this year. We've harvested all we're going to harvest. We're working on other things. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Thank you so much for joining me here today at Re-Ritten Vintage Homestead. I meant what I said. I have got people that I follow on YouTube, and I have friends who garden, and they're all basically saying the same thing. Well, the garden for this year is over. And I'm thinking, did I do something wrong, or are you doing something wrong? And yeah, I'm not here to judge. I'm just saying, I am as sick of looking at tomatoes as the next person. But when you're trying to, when you have a goal of self-sufficiency and saving money, you do what you can until you can't do it anymore. And so, as long as you have tomatoes, make tomato soup, can it. Make tomato sauce, can it. Make spaghetti sauce, can it. Make tomato juice, can it. Do whatever you can. Dehydrate them. I've dehydrated them for pizzas, and I just love them anyway, just to snack on. So don't give up. Keep going. Depending on what region you live in, there are still plants you can put in the ground, still seeds, this time of year, and you'll have a harvest before the snow falls. So things like your root vegetables, carrots, turnips, this little row, this cute little row that's popping up, those are my beets. So you guys, I think those are the cutest things when they start popping up. Plants, I just love them, love them, love them. Here's some more down here. I hope you can see. So I'll have these beets canned before the snow flies. Here's my other row. Remember, I planted these last month. Some of my green beans got they were eaten. Let's use correct English here. So I planted 2 more rows late in the season, and they're starting to flower. I should have green beans on those shortly. And then over this way, I had a little room. So you can see right here, I have lettuce coming up. And so I'm going to let that get a little taller. Here's some more. Then I'll start thinning them out. And we'll be eating fresh salads until the snow flies. So check your region. See what you can plant this late in the year and get it out there. So my strawberry plants, they're getting ready to produce again, and they look gorgeous. And we're in the middle of September. Here in the Midwest, you can see them flowering. And I'm really pleased with how my bed did this year. I didn't get a whole lot of strawberries at all this year, but this is only the 2nd year for this bed. And if you remember, the beginning of this year, I had to raise all of my plants up because they were in too deep. They didn't have enough dirt. So I added more dirt and more mulch, and They look beautiful, so I expect them to next year to produce for me really well, I'm hoping. And so last night, you know, one of the things you have to do is you have to get the garden ready for the winter time and for the next season. And I was so disappointed because my biggest fan gave me some elderberry bush twigs that I planted along the strawberry line here because I wanted to keep all my berries together. And as you can see, none of them made it. But I think God was watching out for me because he knew how excited I was about it. And so he sent a little bird my way who pooped out an elderberry seed. So look, aren't they beautiful? So as soon as those leaves start dropping and turning brown, I'm going to transplant that to an area where it can really flourish, and we'll see how that goes. I wanted to show y'all, even though it's almost the end of September, my marigolds are still gorgeous. So they love the cooler temperatures. So if you keep your plants deadheaded, so what I mean by that is when you see a spent flower, if you would just keep those pinched off in the throughout the season, every time I come out to the garden, I try to pinch off my dead flowers, and then that allows water and nutrients to rise to what's healthy here and to encourage these to blossom. So keep deadheading those plants every time you come outside. It's time to get the corn in, and this is my favorite time of year when I can start pulling my Indian corn down. It's like Forrest Gump used to say, it's like a box of chocolates and you never know what you're gonna get. I'm gonna try to do this with one hand. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, I love it. Now this, as I told you guys before, this field was my gem corn. And gem corn has a lot of, it's supposed to look like glass beads. It's got a lot of pastel colors in it, iridescent. And you can use gem corn for cornmeal and for popcorn. It pops really well. I use it for jewelry. I like making jewelry out of my Indian corn. Let's try this one. It's hard to do with one hand. There we go. Bear with me. Oh, this one's all black. Isn't that pretty? Yep, it's my favorite time of year. So tonight we're working on, we're going to get all this corn out here and get my Indian corn shocks. I'm going to save some of the shocks to use for, I'm going to make corn husk dolls and jewelry and popcorn. Who does not love the fall?